A+ലേക്കുള്ള വഴി ഇനി തനിയെ തുറക്കാം. Subscribe to the ENCLAPS channel. Ring the bell button and open success. It's that easy.
Hello. We have already discussed the first stage of metallurgy, that is the concentration of the ores. Today we are going to discuss about the second stage, that is extraction of metals from the concentrated ores. Extraction of metals from the concentrated ores usually takes place in two stages, and they are conversion of the concentrated ores into its oxide and the reduction of the oxide. The first stage, that is the conversion of the concentrated ores into its oxide, can be done by two methods, and they are calcination and roasting. Calcination is the process of heating the concentrated ore in the absence of air at a temperature below its melting point. The carbonates and hydroxides of the metals are decomposed to form their oxides by this method. For example, the zinc carbonate can be converted to zinc oxide. Okay? That is, the ore is converted to oxide here. The second method used to convert the concentrated ore into its oxide is roasting. Roasting is the process of heating the concentrated ore in the current of air at a temperature below its melting point. When the concentrated ore is subjected to roasting, the moisture present in it is removed as vapor. Here the sulfide ores combines with oxygen to form oxide. That is, cuprous sulfide can be converted to cuprous oxide. Okay? So these are the two methods by which the concentrated ore can be converted to oxide. Now the second step of the concentration of ore is the reduction of the oxide. The process of extraction of metal from the oxide is the reduction. During the process of the production of metal, electricity, carbon dioxide, etc. can be used as reducing agents. Okay? So electricity is used as a reducing agent to extract highly reactive metals like sodium, potassium and calcium from their ores. So now, do you got a clear idea about the second stage of metallurgy, that is the extraction of metals from concentrated ores? Now we are going to discuss about the third stage of metallurgy, that is the refining of metals. The metal obtained by the reduction may contain other metals, metal oxides and some quantities of non-metals as impurities. Refining of metals is the process of removal of these impurities to get the pure metal. Depending on the nature of the metals and the impurities present in them, different methods are used for refining the metals. And the important among them are liquefaction, distillation and electrolytic refining. So at first we are going to discuss about the method liquefaction. Low melting metals like tin and lead may contain other high melting metals or metal oxides as impurities. On melting such metals on the inclined surface of a furnace, the pure metal melts and flow down, leaving the impurities behind. This process is termed as liquefaction. Now the second method is distillation. We already said that liquefaction is generally used for the metals which having lower melting point, while distillation is used for refining the metals with low boiling points such as zinc, cadmium and mercury. When the impure metal is heated in a retort, the pure metal alone vaporizes, because here compared to the impurities, the pure metals have a lower boiling point. The vapors then condense to get the pure metal. This is actually what happened in distillation. Now the third method is electrolytic refining. Electrolytic refining is the process of refining a metal by the electrolysis of a solution of the salt of the metal using a small piece of pure metal as the negative electrode and impure metal as a positive electrode. The copper can be refined by this method. So now we are going to explain how the electrolytic refining of copper is done. A small piece of pure copper should be connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and the impure copper which have to be extracted should be connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Here the electrolyte should be a mixture of copper sulfate solution with the H2SO4. So when the circuit is kept on, the impure copper in the anode gets converted to its ions and enters to the electrolyte, and then it gets deposited on the surface of pure cathode. As a result, the area of the copper rod which acts as the anode reduces and the area of the copper rod which acts as the cathode increases gradually. Here you can see the image related to the refining of copper. Now we can complete a table on the basis of this information. Okay. The first column asks you about the anode. And which was the anode here? Yes, impure copper is the anode. Next is cathode. Which was the cathode here? Yes, the pure copper is the cathode. Next one is electrolyte. Here the electrolyte is copper sulfate solution with the H2SO4. Then the equation of the chemical reaction at anode is Cu gives Cu2 plus 2 electron. That is oxidation takes place here. Then the equation for the chemical reaction at the cathode is Cu2 plus 2 electron gives Cu. That is reduction takes place here. Now our table is completed. So we have completed all the 3 stages involved in metallurgy. See you later.
3 ലക്ഷത്തിലേറെ വരുന്ന ചോദ്യോത്തരങ്ങൾ ഏറ്റവും കുറഞ്ഞ ചിലവിൽ സ്വന്തമാക്കുവാൻ ഉടൻ തന്നെ ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യൂ ENCLAPS the Learning App.